Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today, I don't know if you can see me, you might be able to see like a little bit of me, but we should be looking at reorganising my Transformers collection. Not a lot, don't worry, I'm not going to take you through the whole thing. I should probably put my phone on silent. I'm sorry everyone, I will do that now. Shut the hell up. Today we'll be taking a look at reorganising the collection. I've got some new arrivals which we'll be showing later in the month for the whole video, so FYI, if you don't want to know what they are, look away now, because there is spoilers in this video. Awooga! Awooga! But yeah, a view of the figures I've already taken off. I want to cover these guys first. So, like I said, I'm not sure how well this will come out, because obviously I'm to the side. It's very awkward. But yeah, I got obviously the sisters, the bike sisters. Oh god, Kirby's head's become really loose all of a sudden. She's clearly started to come towards the end of her time. But yeah, so I replaced these with the Studio Series Vins. I'm German, these are the Vins. Yeah, the ones down here. And today we shall be replacing a few of them. Starting from the old 2007 movie, we've got one that doesn't really need replacing. I already sold the figure, and it is this guy, the 2007 Megatron. Yes, I have got yet another version. I bought the Masterpiece version, if you watched that video from a while ago. And yeah, I sold I had a premium series, premium edition version that I bought way back when. I sold that off because I had a feeling this would be coming out soon. I thought they'd rehash the mould a lot more, but they've only really used the chest, I think. Yeah, just the chest, and then kind of left all the rest of it. So that's something for you. So he will be up top here. The 2007 section, it's got Bumblebee over in the corner here as well. So you know, I like to add a bit here and there. So let's whack him in. Like I said, I haven't really got anything to remove from the collection for him because technically he's already out. So there you go. So there we go, guys. He's now integrated into the collection. Let's get a quick zoom in so you can see him. There he is, right next to Bumblebee Optimus Prime. How about that? He's nice and shiny. I really like what they did with that 2007 Megatron. They really made him look good, and I appreciate that a lot. There's a Bumblebee over here that I'm really not a fan of the way he's positioned. He stood in front of the other Bumblebee, so I'm going to sort those round. We're going to move on to the next thing, but not before, sorry, I charged my camera because every time I start doing a video it decides to go flat, so... Okay, back. Yeah, sorry about that, but, well, to be fair, you guys won't even notice, but to me, I've been gaming for an hour. I've been playing Subnautica recently, if anybody's interested. It's alright game. Anyway, we're moving on to Revenge of the Fallen now. Now, Revenge of the Fallen has two new additions. First off, we're getting rid of Scavenger / Demolisher, I think he was called. So the original version, yeah, it was alright. Fairly fun to transform. I like the rubber tyres, but does not stand well. Does not stand well at all. I don't think the new one will stand overly well either. He's a bigger boy. I'm not entirely sure. I might actually do Mixmaster first and then do him, I think. Maybe. Yeah, we'll have a look. Yeah, Mixmaster. So we've got the old one, which, to be honest, I don't think any of us are going to be sad to see this bloody one go. This was notorious back in the day, absolutely bloody notorious for being the bane of everybody's life, and it's been the bane of my friggin' life too. It's not the strongest of figures to start off with. You know, it's based around a very loose, very random design, and then on top of that you've got just a nightmare of a transformation. It was not a fun one to do at all. I think everybody probably transformed it once and left it. The actual back of it as well is not actually accurate. Well, I say the back, sorry, the actual, you know, where the truck is. It didn't have the little dog, Decepticon dog thing, whereas the new one does. He's also shorter, but he is wider, so this should be fun to try and add into the shelf. Fun. I think we're going to do Demolisher first. Ooh. I would like a new Fallen. Can we have a new Fallen? I feel like he's due an upgrade. See, the problem is with Demolisher, and I had this problem with the previous version as well, is his head is obviously lower than the rest of him. So when you try and put him into a collection, he's the biggest, so he needs to be at the back, but he's also kind of the smallest because his head is so in low. So like now, if I put him in there, that ain't gonna work. Ooh! Can you rotate or something? You recognise that line? Huh? Yeah. Oh god. Oh, I've knocked over Elita 1. Do you remember Elita 1 came out as like that world's shittest repaint? Ugh, Soundwave Man! Soundwave Man. Hey, he was a YouTuber from back in the day. I'm not sure if he's still going. I used to watch his, he used to do tours around Toys R Us. So if you want a hit of nostalgia from 2009, probably check out his channel. See, the whole thing about collecting is just spending the time trying to work out how to maximise what little space you have. See that catch in Spider-Man? Oh! You gotta make do with what you got. I got another section up here of more Transformers, so I could start kind of migrating the 2007/Bumblebee line to that top shelf and then kind of expand the good and bad into the two shelves. It's an idea, you can play around with it. Not gonna lie guys, that is not the prettiest shelf, but, you know, we will work on it, it's fine. Part of Transformers collecting and indeed figure collecting is about just trying to make this stuff work. Like I said, there is a shelf above this, so I might end up messing that around. So that's fine, we shall carry on. Oh, I missed out Captain Limp Legs over here. This guy has not aged well. I broke my toaster, you remember the toaster one that came out? Ah, I was so bummed when I broke that. Fortunately his head's completely snapped off. There's not really much you can do to fix that. I can't really do much with him either because the plastic around the ball joints on his legs has actually snapped now. So you can't really do much with it. Right, okay. So now we're moving on to Dark of the Moon, and we have one figure for Dark of the Moon, and that is Shockwave. Now the old Shockwave is not a bad figure. It's the only thing I did think about it. Obviously, it had that Mech Tech Alive gimmick. Oh my god, do you remember this? It wasn't a bad figure. I like the light piping, but compared to the new one, yeah, it doesn't really hold its own, to be honest. It's also very thin. That's the one thing I did think way back when. I like the way they incorporated the kind of the three orbs on the back, which I think was actually a thing on the game which you had to shoot at in the end. But I like the way they incorporated that, but the actual figure itself has just, it was very thin. It felt like they just made it on the floor or something and just kind of built up on it. I've also got Wheelie here. Now he won't be getting retired, but he won't be in the collection anymore because he doesn't really fit in. So I might move him over to one of the corner units over there. Just kind of as a side note, because I can't get rid of him. I really like this figure. This is a fun one. Very intuitive for its day. It's held up well as well. Like the joints on it are still incredibly solid. I like the way it becomes a little RC car. Obviously we've got the new one, which no, that doesn't. The size difference. Obviously you got Brains as well. Was it Brains? I'm sure it's Brains. But yeah, so let's incorporate this guy, the new one, into the collection. Hey, Soundwave. That's a good figure. That figure is real good. I've also put, is it Igor? I can't remember his name, but I put him on Shockwave because my Megatron actually, the way I've put his cloth stuff on, it actually covers both the ports that you can put him on. And he's got two ports, I thought, well, might as well utilise it. But I like that. I like that Megatron. I just don't understand still why he's leader class. I don't feel like he needed to be leader class at all. There's a Roadbuster here, so there'll probably be a. Well, he's coming out with a new version, hasn't he? Weird figure to bring out. Roadbuster. Like, who even remembered him? He got hashed about in the last night as well, and even then, I don't think many people realised who that actually was. So it seemed like a weird choice to make. But hey ho, each their own. Also, you might notice, by the way, there's a lot more professional than my normal videos. And by professional, I mean I'm not making random fart noises. Just because you're joining me in the middle of my natural habitat, you know? In my chill zone. In my chill zone. I can't wait to get that new Roadbuster. That one's actually inaccurate, isn't it? Because Roadbuster had quite a aggressive aesthetic for car mode, and that didn't actually come across in the figures in the end. He just ended up being a normal NEF car. Do you not think, and this might just be me, and by all means be free to voice your opinion, you don't think they peaked a bit soon with Shockwave? Like, he could have been his own film. He could have been his own bad guy. I feel like he could have held his own, you know? And I feel like they maybe just kind of pushed him in. I feel like, I mean, he didn't have any lines, but normally he's quite the intelligence. So I just feel like they maybe was a bit too eager with him, and I feel like we've maybe had a missed opportunity. Don't get me wrong, Lockdown was cool, but I feel like if they brought out him after Megatron, I feel like Optimus might have had a bit more of a tough time. especially with the giant worm thing, which got ended a bit too easily. I don't think they would have been able to destroy it that easily. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. This is the Dark of the Moon Laserbeak. I can't replace that figure. I enjoyed Laserbeak. I thought it was really good. And there we go. That's the Dark of the Moon section sorted as well. Obviously, we'll be getting some more for that shortly. We've got a Bumblebee figure on the way as well. Who else was in that wave? Oh, it was Shatter, wasn't it? It was Bumblebee in his Jeep, Shatter in her plane, and then Roadbuster in his more accurate rendition. So, but yeah, that's your lot, folks. Thank you very much for anybody who joined me and stuck it out for this long. I will obviously trim this down. Some of it is just me posing things, so I will just remove that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and until next time, I will see you all later. You can't see this out of focus. Blah.